there is a. You want me to just talk about it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, so there's a series of 7 projects. Ethan, what project are you gonna do? Balloon powered car. So, come on over here, guys. You would come over to this spot over here. Your materials are right here, and the balloon powered car vehicle. So, there's a hard copy for you. Right.
Where's the hard copy?
So each student gets a STEM folder, and I have a series of 7 projects laid out here. They can choose to do 5 throughout the school year. There's a parachute, or they have materials. They can build a parachute out of multiple materials. They can try different ways, and there is some work for them to do with that. There is a video online on my website, and there's also an article from Newsella that they have to read. That's all part of the project that they select. We have a project called Balloon Powered Vehicle. That could be a balloon powered boat, a balloon powered car. It could be a balloon powered plane that could fly across the room. Candy chemistry, be an innovator, earthquake challenge. A lot of these include some of the math standards like volume, certainly a lot of measurement taken into consideration. Save the lighthouse. Students have to create a beach environment, which they can find right under here.
Have they already done this one?
In this tin.
This is from last year?
This is a series of projects that have been created over a couple of years.
Okay.
So here's the lighthouse. They have to create weathering erosion with water, and it knocks the lighthouse over. They draw a diagram of before and after, and then of course there's an article and a video to watch for that as well. And then they engineer a solution as to how they can keep this lighthouse upright and find a solution. Then they have to write a letter to the city council as the engineers of how or what they recommend for the solution to occur.
What do you use?
Are you an educator or are you a student?
Wait, I forget what the other one said. It was an educator. I don't
Take a look at it.
Here, I know
Take a look at it.
I know how you're supposed to.
Volcano challenge involves a lot of your household materials, building with water, salts. There's a chemical reaction that occurs that they learn about. It's a byproduct.
Do they actually make a volcano?
Yes. They make it, they paint it, they create a city around it with trees and things of that nature, so they can see the destruction that might happen when the explosion happens. They measure the height of their volcano, the width of the volcano. They measure the distance that the lava flows from the base of the volcano all the way through the city when they finish creating it. And then they convert it. One of the standards for math in 5th grade is they have to convert measurements from millimeters to kilometers and vice versa. So that's kind of how that works. Here are some more materials for students to build. They can use any of these materials to create. And if they should happen to finish these 7 projects because they're whipping through them, there's the toilet paper solar system that's dealing with decimals, and an electricity activity they can do to projects. So the innovator project is they create a prototype of something that's going to solve a problem in our world, in our school. This project started out as create something for the lightning supply shack, and it has to have 2 purposes. And they have to measure height and weight in grams. I give them a thing. I had them do it before where they had to have it in a backpack. Again, it was just tailored for the lightning supply shack. Then I thought, why would I just limit them to just our school and a shop at our school? Why not our world? So I showed them a video of how these students from Wisconsin had created these like carrying belts for people in Africa, where they would go and gather food, and so they wouldn't have to bear the weight of all that stuff. They could carry it as a pouch in the front, pouch in the back. Also, with the water shortage, there's engineers that designed hippo rollers, and they're just like a rolling bottle, because people in Africa have to, carry water on their heads for like 8 hours. So they even put filters on the top so they can dip the bottle into dirty water, and the water filters clean into the bottle, and they can just roll it, and they don't have to carry it any longer. So I showed them that video, and they seemed to be kind of inspired by that. So that would be that's definitely very Maker. Red, there is cloth, there's all kinds of stuff. So.
Excuse me.